All right, well, welcome back to the iWealth podcast, and today we're talking about pivoting with Mr. Brad Connors. There's a moment where the financial advising thing becomes very difficult, right? I don't know what to do here, or this has a lot of complexity to it. What is that moment where people show up on your doorstep and they go, it's too much?
Yeah. Well, it might not be the doorstep, but it's the text or it's the phone call saying, I need help.
I know you through a friend of a friend. Hook me up and help me out.
Yeah, that's super interesting, Matt, because there are periods of time where you just have a 401k and you just started your first job where you might not need a full-fledged financial advisor, right?
Sure.
But we talked about pivoting. We were just talking about that. Like, there are moments in time where there's what seems to be a crisis and people are saying, I need some help. Like, they're tapping out saying, I need help. Some of those recurring themes are, I just lost my spouse.
Yep.
So it's a death of a loved one. Or mom and dad died, and now I'm inheriting $1 million. How do I handle this?
Yeah.
Not just from an investment standpoint, but longevity standpoint, also taxes, how do I handle that kind of thing? So it's loss of life. So your spouse dies or your relatives die that give you money and there's a change of life. Another one, unfortunately, is divorce.
Yep.
I'll have people on the doorstep saying, I'm getting a divorce. How am I going to make it?
Yep.
Or how do I think about this? And of course, they need a good lawyer and things like that, or need to get things settled out. But once they're on the other side of that, how do I manage these funds or money that, I got this 401k that used to be my husband's. What about the taxes on that? How does that work?
How does that play out?
Things. Yeah. So a lot of times it's death, it's an inheritance, or it's a divorce. Those are three major things that people pivot and say, hey, I need some help. And the other one I would say is all of a sudden they have a realization that, hey, retirement's coming and I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke, or I haven't saved enough, or have I saved enough? And it's really sitting down and helping them solve that problem, helping them think through those issues. But yeah, there's different moments. There's times where the market's good and your statement looks good in a quarter and they're like, my financial advisor's good. I don't need anybody. And then the market goes down 20% and they're like, hey, I need to talk to somebody. I need to know what's going on here. So that's another spot where people pivot and say, hey, I need my advisor. Yeah. I always tell, the iWealth team, I preach to them all the time, like, we make our money, we're worth our value when the markets are not good or somebody's in a crisis. When a crisis hits and we can help our clients through that crisis, or the markets go down and we can help hold their hand and make smart decisions about their money, that's why we're worth our value. Yeah. But when the markets are up 10%, it's pretty easy to be an advisor, right? It's being able to look them in the face, say, sorry, I'm sorry you're down 10. Let's talk about what this means to you and how this affects that retirement plan and things like that. That's why people have an advisor.
So those are the moments. Those are the triggers.
They are. It's not a Hallmark moment.
It is not a Hallmark moment.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt.
There you go.